This is Julian, and I'm here in New York City, and what we're going to jump into in this video here is a segment from last night's live event where I revealed the top success principles that have helped me generate millions of dollars, travel the world, and live a life of my own design. So if this sounds appealing, if you resonate with this, if you want the same, pay attention and enjoy. Don't wait. We're conditioned to have this habit of waiting. Waiting for that magical day to happen, waiting to finally realize our dreams and pursue our purpose and passion. Are you waiting right now? Yes or no? And the answer is why? Why wait? Why wait when you could die 2 minutes from now, a minute from now, a second from now? You could have a heart attack right now. You could leave this venue and get hit by a fucking taxi. Why wait? And reflecting on this, it sounds dark, people hate it, reflecting on your own mortality is so key. Not in a sad way, it's oh fuck, I'm gonna die, but is a reminder to live right now. We act as if we're gonna live forever. It's I'm gonna live forever, I have all the time in the world. And you hold off so much. You hold off from laughing. You don't give yourself permission to laugh. You don't give yourself permission to celebrate. You don't give yourself permission to live because you think you have all the time in the world. For real. I've seen it for years, even with different programs teaching success with women. It's guys are there and I'm look, dude, I know there's a cool guy inside of you. Let that guy come out. It's no, because of X, Y, Z. And we have all these requirements. I'm you're gonna die. What are you doing? Why wait? There's no reason to wait, yet we all do. We have all these requirements. Identify the requirements. The same as feeling awesome. Right now, sitting here in this audience, there is no reason at all to not feel fucking amazing. There's no reason. I talked about this on a webinar recently. Unless, there is one reason. Unless there's someone next to you right now cutting your arm open with a butter knife, just slowly slicing it open right now, there's no reason to not feel fucking amazing. Right? For real, unless you're sitting here, you're God damn it, I'm trying to feel amazing. There is no reason at all. If I ask you this question, do you want to feel amazing right now? Do you want to feel amazing? Everyone's yes. Okay, I call bullshit. Would you feel amazing if you lost all your money? Yes or no? No. Okay, so you don't want to feel amazing. You only want to feel amazing as long as you don't lose your money. There's one requirement. Okay? Do you want to feel amazing? Would you feel amazing if, you lost your job? Yeah. A lot of people are fuck my job, yes. It's true. We have all these conditions. Would you feel amazing if you suddenly gained 80 pounds and looked like shit? Yes. Would you feel amazing if you're in a relationship and you break up? If you lose a close friend, would you feel amazing? No. Now, that doesn't mean you lose a close friend, you're fuck yeah. No, there's of course appropriate emotions, but overall, it's just an example to show you how we place all these fucking barriers. It's insane. It's for me to feel amazing, all these things have to fall in place and happen, and only then can I feel amazing. And you make it impossible. And even with the whole self-help or even spiritual world, it's easy to take it even further. Because now you're well, it's not just that I keep my money, I keep my job, I keep my relationship, but now I found out about self-help. So guess what? I can only be amazing once I've mastered all these concepts, once I have my to-do list and my fucking supplements, my bulletproof coffee, and oh shit, there's spirituality. Oh fuck, I can only feel amazing when I heal all my trauma, when I dive deep, when I do the releases, and you have this fucking list, and you use this content, these ideas that are meant to help you to hurt you. And this is huge, never forget it. Any piece of content, any at all, can either be used to help you or hurt you. You can use an idea, even a post on Instagram, some inspirational quote. You see one of those entrepreneurs in front of a plane their friend rented. Hey! Yeah, the behind the scenes, it's true. They're all hey, I have my own private jet, everyone. You know what I realized? I just realized you got to give more. Then you get a private jet. It's this watered down shit, and it's give more, motivational quote, and everyone's whoa. And then, 2 weeks later, it's the same picture. It's hey, another day, same clothes. but it's another day with my private jet. Give even more. So you see that, and it can be inspiring. You know, you can be like, oh man, I want my private jet. I'm going to give more. Or you can use that to hate yourself. You're like, well, why am I not at that level? God damn, you're such a piece of shit. Self-attack. Anything can be used to help you or hurt you. The same as even finding out about, say, spirituality, the ego, so on and so forth. You're like, fuck, I have an ego. Stupid. Don't use it to hurt you. That awareness can help you, but it all depends on how you use it. And what we do is we use it to just add, by default, this is the way we're conditioned, to add more conditions and barriers. The whole process that I teach when it comes to self-help spirituality is letting go of these barriers. It's like, what's in the way? What are the different blockages from you feeling amazing right now? From feeling fulfilled right now? From being yourself right here, right now? Identify all that, let it go. A lot are surface, but then if you go really deep, you'll realize a lot of them are even placed outside of your awareness, and it's sometimes hard to identify those. But if you sit here, it's like, why don't I feel awesome right now? You know? And sometimes it's even unrealistic. Like, for me to feel awesome, I need to be famous, and everyone needs to approve of me and be clapping around the world at once. Otherwise, I can't. You know? And then you just keep waiting and waiting and waiting. Stop waiting. Start living now. You know, there's that famous saying, what would you do if you knew you had a disease that would kill you right now? If you had a disease, boom, you're going to die. I can't tell you when you're going to die, but you're going to die. Would something change? Like, imagine you went to the doctor, say, I'm the doctor, Dr. J. Like, hey, you're going to die. Sorry, you got a disease, son. You're going to die. Would anything change? Because guess what? You have a disease. All of you do. Diagnosed by moi. That disease is called being alive. We all die. None of us survive being alive. You're all going to die. Doesn't matter what you do. You can try to fight so hard to survive. You're not going to survive. None of us get out of here alive. At all. You could die in 40 years, in 50 years. You could die in a day. You have a disease. We don't know when it's going to kill you, but it will. Realize that. Your time here is limited. Live. Stop putting it off. You know, there's a reason, like you hear, even in the mainstream, it's like, you know, so many people on their deathbed, they just sit there and there's all this regret. What the fuck? Realize now, like, the reason there's all that regret is they realize their own mortality. Realize your own mortality now and start living. The same with being realistic about your own mortality. Be realistic with the risk of being authentic and following, you could say, your authentic calling or your purpose in life, and the sacrifices you'll have to make. Because guess what? If right now you're like, you know what? I have a passion, whatever it is. Say you want to play an instrument. You're like, you know what? My passion is doing something creative, and you're in a job you hate. You know, everyone was like, would you be happy if you lost your job? And it's like, fuck yeah. There's a sign. Okay, well, if I'm going to do that, it can be risky. What if I lose the comfort blanket and the financial comfort blanket of my job? It's like, yeah, you may lose that. But is it worth it? And you'll realize the biggest risk is staying stuck right now, putting things off and just waiting and being unauthentic. It doesn't matter what the risk is. Like, this is the biggest risk. And then it's sitting down with yourself and coming to terms with that, being like, well, am I willing to sacrifice my comfort? And you have to sit down and make this pact. It sounds super cheesy. I did this in Switzerland. I don't know if you're familiar with my story, but I moved from Switzerland. I quit university, moved to LA, had no plan at all. And then went through a couple years of almost being homeless. Absolutely horrible. Got into teaching dating advice for men. Then the whole scandal thing happened, lost everything. It was even worse. And then here I am now. And who knows, in 5 years, I'm like, and then there was the third scandal that happened. And here I am now. But no, it's like there's so many ups and downs. But for me, like, when I quit university, and I'm not saying quit university, but I'm saying if it's not something that turns you on in life, then change it. And I sat down with myself in Switzerland. I'm like, okay, well, what are you doing here? And I was 20 years old at the time. And I'm like, well, I'm going to quit. I'm going to move to LA, and I'll fucking wing it. And I had no money. I worked that summer on a garbage truck as a summer job to make some cash. And then just told my parents and my whole family, it's like, hey, I'm quitting. Like, what are you doing? Just winging it. They freaked out, disowned by my family. We're on good terms now, but disowned at the time. Moved to LA and landed at the airport with my guitar in one hand, because I was really into like music at the time, and I was like, $5,000, a suitcase, and here I was. Now, at that time, I sat down, I'm like, okay, it's possible you never make it at all, and you remain this fucking bum in LA. Is it worth it? Yep. I literally sat down and was like, yep, it's worth it. It's possible that you never have enough money to have a secure place to live. You don't have enough to even form a family or have kids. Is it worth it? Yep. For me, everything was worth it. It's possible you have to sacrifice money, sleep, time, comfort, anything. I'm like, yep, everything is worth it. Because I was dying inside. If you live a life where you're dying inside, everything is fucking worth it. And then I went all out. And the crazy thing you'll notice when you go all out is that when there's that necessity that kicks in, and when it's something that's true to you, new opportunities and options start opening that you didn't notice before. You know, there's a classic saying in this book, The Alchemist, a spiritual book, and it says, as soon as you something, something, something. I'm paraphrasing. It's as soon as you, I think it's something like commit to blah, 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 the universe will conspire to help you, okay? That was the worst. I'm like, there's this great book. It said, I don't remember. But it's true. It's like as soon as you actually make that shift, you're like, I'm doing it. I'm sure you've heard of your RAS, your selective focus. You're going to start picking up on things that you didn't notice prior because you didn't make that shift. And then you do. And then you got to start taking massive risks. You got to literally be okay staying in that unknown and take a fuck ton of risks. Okay? Paying your dues. We all try to find the easy way there. None of us want to make sacrifices and pay our dues. Pay your dues. Be willing to lose everything to obtain everything. Okay? And that's what I did. Like literally, moved to LA. I would do whatever I could to just start moving in the direction that was my calling. Even when I first started helping out and working in terms of teaching dating advice, I was assisting at first. And it was one of the first times I met Owen. He was like, well, you know what, you can probably come help out this weekend on program. I'm like, oh, cool. He's like, you have a car, right? Because you need a car. I'm like, of course I do. I didn't have a car. I was broke. I was this broke fucking kid who was working at this clothing store. This is called like Lucky Brand Jeans in LA, making like $8.50 an hour. Broke as fuck, living on the living room couch of this gay guy in Hollywood. Completely broke. And I'm like, yes, I have a car. And guess what? I did whatever it took. I called, it sounds fucked, but hey, for the greater good. I called my grandmother the night right after, and I'm like, Grandma, I got promoted at my job. She's like, really? That's great. And I feel so bad for this, but hey, got me here. Huh? Because I got promoted at my job. She's like, really? I'm like, yes, but I got to go to this other location now, and I need a car to get there. Can you lend me $2,000 to buy a cheap car? And she's like, yeah, I'm so proud of you. And then she soon realized that there was no promotion, and we patched things up, and I paid her back. But like for me, it was like whatever the fuck it took. Sleeping on the floor. There was times where I was like, I told you, like almost homeless, like all out. And people aren't willing to make those sacrifices. And that's why they stay stuck. People try to, again, this is just my perspective. You don't have to agree with it. But people try to stay safe and conserve resources and play it safe and save up when they're younger, when you should be doing that when you're older. When you're younger, like if you're in your 20s, it's not time to save money at all. If you're saving money in your 20s, like what the fuck? When you're 20s is when you go all out with your resources. Spend money to make more money so you're in a really good position later on to bank. If you're saving when you're young, like what the fuck? You're playing small, you know? If I started saving down, like let me save my pennies at the clothing store. The fuck, I'd still be saving pennies right now. You know? So take that mindset. It's like have a bigger picture. Play bigger. Don't wait. And don't be so, I'd say, limited in the way you think, where it's like, I was talking about this actually with my friend at the back, and he was like, you know what, he's, well, Buddy, I can point you out. It's little Buddy over there. His name's actually Buddy. So he teaches transformation mastery with me, and he started traveling with me, and the way he started traveling with me is he just emailed me. Now this is huge. How many emails do you think I get a day by fans? Hundreds, thousands? 4,000? A little less than 4,000, but how much do you think by day? 3,000. Well, let me say, over 3,000. Raise your hand. A day. Over 2,000. Okay. Over 1,000. Over 500. Under 200. Under 100. Crazy. I probably get 1 to 2 a day. I kid you not, 1 to 2 emails a day. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy to think about, right? You're like, what the fuck? It's true. You want to know why? Because everyone thinks I'm getting thousands of emails, so they don't want to bother. Because like, well, he's not going to notice my email because there's already fucking 1,000 emails, so why email? And everyone thinks that way.
Not anymore.
Now it's going to be 1,000. Well, it was 1 or 2 until this event, and now it's... But it's true. It's like literally like, if you hit up my email, it's like, I get it. Okay, now I don't always respond, obviously. Don't be like, he only gets 2 and he didn't respond. Fuck this guy. But it does kind of shift your perspective. You're like, wow, I already gave up. I already thought he'd be getting thousands, and that's why I didn't email. You know? Recently, my same friend emailed Jordan Belfort to help him out. And he just got in right now. And him too. Jordan Belfort, I doubt he's getting a ton. You know? How do you think when I even started my channel here, the self-help, the Julien Himself channel, I got all these collabs like Robert Greene and shit, just emailing them. Hey, what's up? I'm this small channel. I got like 13,000 subs. Want to do a collab? Sure, because no one fucking asked them. That was it. Now, for me, it was a little harder because my brand was and name was so toxic at the time that everyone's like, fuck no, I don't want to be associated to you. Until Teal Swan accepted, who's amazing, by the way. And then as soon as everyone saw she did it, then the snowball effect started. But that's it, you just fucking ask. You'd be surprised. But we just don't try because we already give up. Try. Beat the odds, and you'll see the odds are surprisingly in your favor. Okay? Some other things too here. Don't be so gullible when it comes to success too. Like we play it too small where you'll hear some advice like, you know, all you need to do is read some books. No, that's like, it's true, books will help. But if you think that's all you need, you're stuck. Okay? If all you needed were books, a lot more people would have made it. And I see this sometimes even in comments. If I put this video out, you'll probably see some comments below like, great video, Julien. What are the books? Are there any books on this? I'm like, I always laugh when I see that. I never respond. I'm like, oh man, this conditioning, like the solution is books. Any millionaire will tell you, books. It wasn't experience. It wasn't hustle. It wasn't surrounding myself with the right people. No. It was books. I read this one page and everything changed for me forever. No, books are amazing. If you're not reading, you will lose out, by the way, so definitely read. But that's just a small thing that helps on the side. Okay? You got to immerse yourself in that shit. You got to surround yourself with the people you want to be like, people who inspire you. You can't just do that through books. Don't be so gullible that way. Like, I can just do it on books, or I'll do it all on my own. You can't. No one's done it all on their own. Okay? You need people who you hang out with, different mastermind groups, different mentors. You do need that. Even here, it's like if you're just trying to do it all on your own, network around here. I couldn't have done shit on my own. I've talked about this. When I first started out working on, say, confidence, expressing myself, I couldn't say hi to a girl to save my life. It was in Switzerland. This is in 2006, end of 2006. And I remember walking around the streets, and I was like, well, I must say hi to a girl. And I just couldn't say hi. I couldn't even ask for the time. I couldn't go up to an old lady and ask for the time. That's how bad it was. And it was months of this, walking around, not being able to do shit. And if I didn't surround myself with people who helped me, I would probably have kept at it a while and then gone this reputation of being the creepy guy who's like trying to ask for the time everywhere. You know? Because I'd always go to the same spot too. So you know, it's like if you go to some spots, it's like there's always the usuals, like, there's that person, that. Oh, and there's that guy who wanders around like this, freaking out and who asks people for the time. He's obsessed with the time, but you know, that guy. I know, that would have been, well, that's the worst part is I had to watch, and I'd always be like in my pocket before going out. And then I remember the first time I was like, do they see it in the pocket? Shit like that. It was so bad. But yeah, if I didn't surround myself with people who like gave me that push and held me accountable, I would have been fucked. I wouldn't be here at all. And then you just like work your way up different little groups, become like them, and then, then you make it. Don't get too conditioned by the mainstream. Like we watch movies, and that's a big one. You think that everything happens like a movie, like it all happens very fast, like under 2 hours, it's all super flashy and action-packed. No. Success and transformation, it's like doing the same foundational things over a long period of time. It's very boring. Like a lot of it happens behind the scenes. If you're just doing it for the glory, you're screwed to begin with. The glory won't get you very far. Okay? So surrender to that, the boring work, the foundational work, the work no one sees. And there is no magical moment. It sneaks up on you. It's all these little 1% that add on. There's no point where it's like, I suck, morphed into, what I always wanted to be. I'm sure you've heard that classic saying, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. You've watched a lot of Instagram pictures, it's the journey. That's true. Okay, this is true. And it kind of links to also placing all these requirements. So people get confused by this. I'm like, look, the whole point of this work is to realize that you're already there. It's to realize that you are actually enough. There's nothing missing. The whole point is to realize that you've passed the finish line. What we do with these requirements is we keep placing the finish line in the future. Once this happens, so on and so forth. Once I do enough. There is no destination when it comes to this. The destination is enjoying where you are right now. People even ask this when it comes to spiritual work. How will I know when I will have let go completely? Julian, well, but letting go of trauma completely. No. I don't know why the accent. I'm like, liberty. Weird. That's actually the British accent is the one accent I just suck at. I completely suck at. I can do the French accent very good, and the Australian accent pretty damn good, mate. Yeah. But British, fuck all. But no, we do that. It's like, when will I have done that? But that's the thing. It's like, by doing that, when will I have let go completely or done so in XYZ? It's like, it means it's not right now. The truth is, you will have let go completely when that question stops arising. Why? Because the more you let go, the more you're okay with who you are here. The more you embrace who you are here. The more you embrace that you've passed the finish line. And if you embrace who you are here, there's no longer a rush to be anywhere else. The whole idea of I need to be somewhere else is based on self-hate and resistance to being you. The more you accept being you, that question will stop popping up because you won't need to escape yourself. And then when it comes to enjoying the journey, think of it like composing a song. If you've ever played an instrument, if not, you will not understand what I'm saying. No, I'm kidding, you will. So I told you, I played guitar from a young age. And when I was 12 years old, I was like, I'm going to start a band and start composing. And when you compose a song, what you'll notice is sometimes inspiration will kick in. And something like beautiful will come through you creatively. And you're like, wow, this is awesome. This is going to be an amazing song. When that happens, there's not a part of you that's like, this will only be an amazing song when it's completed and recorded and people hear it. There's an assumption it's going to happen and you're going to move it in that direction, but you're completely immersed in the right now, enjoying the right now. Okay? And that's what happens. Like, there's never a point where it's like, I've done enough. It's like the work continues, the journey continues, but you're completely immersed in the right now, moving in a certain direction. There's no need to be anywhere else. There is an intention, yes. Nothing changes. I mean, everything changes all the time. Nothing is permanent. So you do have an intention, like, I'm going to move in this direction. Same with the song, but you're enjoying every step of the way. There's not a only when this happens. And that's how you should live life. Life is this whole song you're just writing right now in the moment. And when you take this frame too, you can't really fuck up. People get really afraid, like, oh, I don't want to start this thing. What if I'm locked in? What if it's not my purpose, my calling? It just adds to the song. Your whole life's the song. Even right now, say you're in a job you hate, that'll be part of the song. Years from now, when you start, say perhaps living more authentically, you'll look back and you're like, man, I was in this fucking job and it's what led me to this, to led me to that. That's part of the whole story, the whole song, the whole movie. So that's the frame of mind I take. It's like, it's a movie, but you're enjoying every step of the movie. The same with the ups and downs. You don't want a movie that's flat or that goes well the entire time where it's boring. That's what gets you in a state of apathy. Celebrate your successes, but also celebrate your failures. That's the excitement. Celebrate everything.
We live in an uncertain world. Just turn on the news, what do you see?
Chaos, terror, suffering. Things are changing so fast that your head is spinning. You know the feeling, being pulled in different directions by your friends, your family, mainstream media, not knowing what to do or who to believe. Did you ever stop and ask yourself, how did your life get this way?
I felt so much shame when it comes to being me, and now I don't feel that shame anymore.
I had no way of being able to deal with that pain, and for the first time in my life, I finally feel an inner stillness and peace in myself.
I didn't even know what was happening. Like, my hands were just shaking. And it was just like me being my authentic self.
Most of us live lives of escapism. Anything to cope with this feeling eating us up inside. Distracting ourselves with dumb things on TV, numbing ourselves with junk food, alcohol, cigarettes, and drugs. Is this the way life was meant to be, or is there perhaps another way?
It's been the first time in over 10 years since my dad died that I actually felt like I did before.
I've decided to take a stance for good, for love, for authenticity. And I've created a movement of people dedicated to raising the vibe. A movement dedicated to doing something about this, and it's called Transformation Mastery Academy.
That was amazing, just being able to finally find that root reason.
I really want to thank each and every one of you out of the bottom of my heart. Thank you, guys.
Now, I'm not some fake guru promising you overnight results. What I promise you here is a tribe of people to help support you and guide you along this journey. In Transformation Mastery Academy, you'll no longer be alone. You'll no longer feel lost. You will be given the roadmap to true, permanent personal transformation. Enough with this fake life of quiet desperation. Step into your truth and join the movement.